Hello. See, told you. Oh, 12 minutes. All right, even worse. Oh, wow. Welcome to Drakenmemoria. What is Drakenmemoria, you may ask? Well, it usually is about Dungeons and Dragons, but today, as you can see with what's there, it's not exactly Dungeons and Dragons, but for me, it probably will be. What it is map making day. So, yeah, that's what we are doing. We are map making. For me, let's be honest, it's probably about Dungeons and Dragons. It's for Dungeons and Dragons, for campaign, for just hold on. It sounds alright because I've been having problem with the microphone. Yeah, I knew it. Hold on. Okay, I think it's good. Yeah, well, so what I was saying, map making isn't necessarily about Dungeons and Dragons. For you, it could be for something else. It could be another game system. It could be for writing books, novels, short stories. It could also just be for relaxing. Any artistic endeavor is relaxing if you're enjoying it. As long as you don't have that. Okay. Yeah. What's that sound? Oh, heating has started. All right, that's the end. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, maybe something else for you. But for me, 90% of what I draw is for Dungeons and Dragons, especially maps. Yeah, especially maps. So, let's dive right in. Of course, if you like the thunderstorm in the background that you were hearing just a few minutes ago, that's ambient mixer, and we are using WonderDraft for the map. I don't know if you noticed, I am catching up on all of the backlog of posting the past videos. I am currently with today, it's going to be just 5 videos late, which is good because we were over 10 videos late. So I'm almost caught up. Plan on trying to post 2 more tonight and tomorrow. 2 more in total, not 2 on each day. Well, mostly because my day has been horrible. So probably just going to be one today and one tomorrow. And I am also tired, but I will be very cautious because that's how I got some backlog. I had. I was extremely tired. You know, ended up having to severely edit the video because I had long moments where I would just, yeah, okay, that's good. So, not very fun to watch. You know, Usually when I'm doing details, because it asks just for just a little bit more concentration, not a lot, just a little bit more. Because of that, because I'm tired, my entire ability to concentrate just seems to sink into that little moment, little thing that I'm doing, and yeah. So, I mean, the map looks okay. A lot less worried than I was. I'm gonna have to try and do the sides. Sorry. Remove the colors from the cliff sides and try and place them on the map. But other than that, I think we're nearly done. I mean, today we're going to look at the towns and villages. Maybe determine which one should be towns, which one should be villages, and which one should be cities. And then there will be the roads, and most likely a few more towns or village. Alright. Alright. Sorry, I'm probably look. Damn it. I think it's my mouse pad. It's starting to be too polished. Sometimes my mouse isn't moving the way it should. Alright. Yeah, like I was saying, it's been one of those really bad days. Okay. Well, I think the islands on the periphery, it'll be fairly easy. Yeah, it's going to be fairly easy to make the roads and decide which one are towns. So there aren't going to be cities for the smaller islands, but definitely towns on the border villages. I was wondering, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Put them so close to the edge. Why am I not hearing anything? Come on. Maybe it's because it's. Hold on. Maybe it's gonna help just a little bit. Alright, I'm not gonna argue with that. Helps. Alright. Now I was just wondering, do I or don't I put villages on sides? I guess it depends on how long traversing these peaks will be. Villages need resources supporting them, and the most important one is water. There isn't necessarily going to be water near the edge. Well, near forest, can understand. We'll see, we'll see. Alright, so, which are going to be the cities? I feel like there should be 3 cities. Well, there are. They're going to be near mountains. So, on the upper region, the heart, feel like this one should probably be a city. In this case, it's probably just going to be, it's the oldest one, it's how you enter this little region. And so obviously at some point, a lot of people sorry, started to travel here. So did we settle on a settlement size 70? All right. So we got one here. It's nestled in the mountains. There could be a source of water in the mountains. Sorry. Nothing big. So the whole thing has a mystical vibe if you take that into consideration. So there could be a source of water in those little mountains. Don't know where it's coming from. It's not coming from the top of the mountain. No, it's not snow that accumulated or anything like that. It's not catching a whole lot of clouds. It's just that little of water that drops somewhere in the mountain. And it just makes its way down the mountain. It pools near the bottom. And people come gather their water in the morning. But I feel like it should be this one that's here. Or maybe undo. Maybe just like this, and like this. Oh, yeah, like this. Yeah, you get 2 high peaks on each side. And it just drops down the mountain. Now here we are, we have our story. the other way around? Like this. I don't know. How about like this? No, I think like this works best. Alright. So we have our major city here. And sort of mirroring it, we have another one here. Like this. Now where would be the third one? Maybe there doesn't need to be a third one. Yeah. There doesn't need to be a third one. Two is enough. Twin cities. Twin cities. That's kind of nice. You can sort of make out administrative region. So this one is at the center of the upper part. What was that sound? Yeah, I think it's my mouse pad that's been polished. Yeah, it's the upper part. And this one the lower part. Then again, there does feel like there's a natural separation. Oh, you're not going to be able to see that. This one, no, not this one. This one, yeah, this one you're going to be able to see. So there's sort of a natural separation here, which would make an administrative region here. One that is here, and one that is here. Okay, so we need a third one for the lower part. And it's gotta be... It has to be either this one here or this one here. Which one would make it more interesting? Because honestly, it's a nasty question. Both are near vegetation, so they could be in abundance of underground water. So a well. Both are near marshes, which can also suggest that there's water dripping down the mountain. So, by definition, we need something central. Something that can also be defended. Oh man, I've never been this torn for where to put major cities. It's gotta be this one. Alright, we can easily see. So there's the heart shape here, but this region here belongs to them. Alright. We also have one exit for each. One exit for each. So it's definitely 3. So this one here, its region just extends like this. Probably the road is going to be actually a main factor for the region. So it moves up like this and goes here. This one would have this and this part. So that would be theirs. And the lower part, cut by those two mountains, this would belong to them. So if we think about not making it too vulnerable, some defense. So you have the two cities here. There could be some rivalry between the two, stemming from old conflict. In that case, maybe from a narrative point of view, it makes more sense to do this. So this one is in a small valley. Yeah, this one is in the valley. There's some river, major river here, but there could be a source of water dripping down from here. And so it just looks at its administrative region, and this is it. And it goes out there. So now, after that, you have this one here. This one makes for a bit more of a mystical thing. Also, mostly at the center of its administrative region, because you have this. And then finally, you have this one here. Makes the most sense. Abundance of resource everywhere. Forest, mountains. Let's be honest, we're probably going to need something there. It's not too isolated because, gonna need to be people there. I think that works. Okay. I think we have our 3 cities. Now, which one would make sense for there to be towns? So not a major city here, but definitely a town here. It's at the center, people traveling everywhere. It makes sense that it would grow, become bigger. All right. This one as well. This one's going to be at the center of this. It's going to be right down the line. There could be something interesting about the idea of half of the town is on one side. The other half of the town is on the other side. Maybe making a twin town? Oh, you know what? there could have been a village on each side of the limit. But over time, the villages have grown so much, they've begin to touch, creating a town. Interesting story. But then it's going to be slightly higher up. Not smack in the middle of it. Closer to here. Yeah. Slightly more vegetation, meaning that there's probably underground water here. Good reason for there to be that here. Yeah. Ooh, sorry. Okay. What else? What else? How about we start painting the roads? Maybe it'll become more obvious. Alright. Save, and let's go with path. As always, our dotted line. We're gonna need something a little bit more fine. 5? How does 5 look? No. See this? I'd rather have 0 roughness. No, I said 0 roughness. Come on. Don't be mean. 0 roughness. Alright. I feel like it's good. Yeah. Okay, no, that works. 5. That's good. 5. Alright. Five, okay, that's good. Gonna increase it just a little bit. Alright, well, roughness, no, we need a little bit of roughness on this. Let's go with 0.4. Okay, like this. Like this. Road. It's closer here. And then away from... No, it's gonna stay close to the trees. No, it could veer off like this. So probably just... Ooh. This is quite a severe adjustment. Like this, and we can add another one here. Oof, that's severe. Point 0.5. Okay, 0.5. That's interesting. Sort of fits well for that. Okay. This to be this. Alright, like this. Oops, no, it added one. Oh, imagine. Yes, it is map. Today is my map making stream. Hold on. Gotta banish that. Oh, yeah, it's always good. It's always very reassuring. You never know. When you think about it, you might never know. Are you really gonna realize if you've gone blind? Well, I guess you would. Unless it's part of psychosis. That you're not actually blind, you're just seeing something different. But in this case, since you are seeing, well, it's gonna depend on the scale. I haven't fully decided the scale of it. Um, Meaning each dot will be what, half a mile, a quarter of a mile. So with that, if someone can go from the furthest one all the way to the town there in a single day, don't need to add another village. But there will probably be a few more villages. We'll see. We'll see. That's why I wanted to. Oh, I'm not American either. I use miles because it is the Dungeon and Dragon standard. Um, they say 24 miles in a day is the what you can travel in Dungeons and Dragon, and most of the time for me, map making is Dungeons and Dragon, but it doesn't have to be for you. Could be for another game system, could be for a novel, could be for a short story, could be just for relaxing. In that case, mile is. Ooh, a mile is 2.5 kilometers, I think. Hold on. No, 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 no. Conversion miles and kilometers. So a mile is 1.6 kilometers. So 24 miles is 38 kilometers, which for me personally is a bit much. I have spent time walking, and my personal distance is more in the cusp of 22 to 26 kilometers in a day. I'm not a fast walker. I have short legs. Tall rest of the body, but short legs. But officially, in Dungeons and Dragons, 24 miles is the distance. That's okay. I always give that precision for me because I'm uh, nearly 6 foot tall, 5'11" and 3/4. um, but I don't have a fast walking speed, and my strides are rather short. And I noticed that it was just my legs that were short when I was sitting next to my father because he is 6 foot tall. Well, he was when he was younger. Today he's probably more like 5'10". But when I was standing next to him, he was about this much taller than me. But when I was sitting next to him, I was that much taller than him. So I have a really tall upper body and a really short lower body. All right, there's something here that's interesting. I don't know. Yeah, well, you know. My growth was slightly stunned because I am a burn victim. Nearly died of having been burned, and most of the burns were on my upper body. So it's a bit weird. And also not, because less energy was put into the lower body because of that and more into the upper body, healing myself. But usually it would have meant that I would be shorter on the upper body. So it's a bit weird, but anyways. Second and third degree burns on 50% of my body when I was but a toddler. My parents honestly remember this more than I do. But nevertheless. Like this. But I don't need it to be this. Yeah, usually the first time that people learn this is when they ask why I have these red marks under my chin. That is what can be seen. I have other elsewhere, but that's all that's left from the burn marks. So when I was small, there were only 3 levels of burns. First degree, second degree, third degree. Later, they added another category, which was 2.5. And they added that category because new treatments were found, which helped people that had light third degree burns being able to heal as if they were second degree burns. Because so when you get burned, first degree, second degree, third degree, it relates to the depth of the burn on the body, the skin. You have 3 degrees of skin. If it's not even first degree burn, you're usually just gonna get redness, soreness on the skin. First degree burn is sorry, I have to translate this from French to English. The skin is gonna start feeling polished. Redness is going to be a bit deeper. Second degree burn, if I'm not mistaken, is when you start forming blisters. Third degree burns, it's when the stem cells. Yes, I am. And if you have any doubts, je vis pas loin de Montréal, à peu près une demi-heure de Montréal. Je suis né au Québec, grandi au Québec, et il y a des bonnes chances que je meure au Québec. So yeah. So, third degree burns is when the stem cells have been damaged, and this is why you can't heal from third degree burns. Oh. Alright. sort of neighbors. Yeah, so third degree burns is when the stem cells start dying, and that's why it doesn't heal. You just have well, like this. Those are places where third degree burns were complete and stem cells were mostly destroyed. But this treatment that they found, which I was one of the first to have, gives the ability to give the skin the ability to heal with fewer stem cells left. So that's why I am not completely disfigured, because it was my face, shoulder, neck, back, and chest. So right now the only traces I have left are the two large ones here. I have two on my chest that are roughly the size of a $2, and two on my back, roughly the same size. At that time, the treatment was nearly considered esoteric in nature. Today, it's a standard. But fortunately, I had an open-minded doctor back then, and I was given that treatment, and because of that, I am not disfigured. And so that's my... Yes, that is what I was referring to. I adapted my tale to the fact that you are Canadian, so you knew what a metal $2 was. Yeah, I know. But I do believe that this is how they call it, a toonie. Because in French, it's just $2. That's what we say. We don't have an abbreviation for it or anything like this. Alright. Oh, no, that... Ah, come on. I'd like... Oh, maybe just by... Oh, yeah, that works. That works. So, if you just... No. Alright. Like this. So how about we try and increase that? Yeah, that works a little bit better. Alright. Okay, it allows us to move the path clearer across this. Nice, that works. That works. Okay, so that it works for that. Now, connecting this. Well, it's here that it feels the most natural, but the road is too wonky. So how about we just... Oh, that was a weird movement. Okay. And that land in between the river is majestic. Hold on. So we can see. Whoa, that's big. Alright. So do you mean here? Or here? Wait, Which river do you mean? There are three on the map. There's the right one, upper one. Sorry, left one, upper one, and right one. So no, what I'm drawing right now, that's the path. So the dotted line is a path. The rivers are those thing here. That's a bit big. Maybe, yeah, that's a bit small. All right. So the rivers are here. This is a lake. These are mountain. Here we have a marsh. Yeah. But a triangle was a bit weird in the path. You'd need a reason for that to be there. Then again, not necessarily. It's not always easy determining the path, how they would form themselves. Because path would naturally form where people would want to walk. So they'd move away from mountain and hills. Well, yes and no. I have knowledge about how these things work, but a lot of what I do when I create a map, I figure it out as I go. I go with what would geologically make sense. And for example, let's go back into orbit. All right. So here we have the map. The entire valley is surrounded with mountains. So it's going to be hard for the winds to carry clouds inside of the area. So clouds are gonna clouds are gonna gather on the outside of the valley. This is why I chose to put the beginning of rivers in some place where there are more clouds, like the lower part here. So naturally the clouds gather here. So the winds are probably going to be coming from downward and going up. Yeah, downward going up. So the clouds are going to gather. Rain is going to catch in the mountains. Most is just going to fall back down on the side, but I decided that some would catch on either the mountain and hence create a side. Now here, it's the end of the river, so it's going to go down. But here it gathers, and we have a beginning of a river here, and we have a beginning of a river here. This one from the mountain, and this one decided that there would probably be streams inside this network of mountain, and this is where it starts. Same thing goes from clouds down here. It goes into the lake, leaves the lake, and there's most likely a waterfall here. Same thing with this chain of mountain. We have a river beginning here and a river beginning here, meaning that it comes from the mountain and it slides there. There's probably a waterfall here. And the lake is formed because of the water coming from here. Because water always travels down. A lake is formed when the water starts gathering itself inside of a depression. It will fill the depression until it reaches a point where it can escape. So, the river starts here, gathers where all the clouds are, it goes down, creates a lake, finds its first exit, goes here, it connects with another river that formed another river that forms from the mountain here and falls there. So I just go with what works, what makes sense naturally speaking. Villages naturally form where there is a source of water, and then food is the second priority, and third, defensible location. Now, it is a fantasy map. I do allow for a little bit of whimsical. Otherwise, there couldn't be a capital right there in the middle. You can simply say, oh goodness, capital there. Why? How? How can so many people live there? There's no source of water nearby. It's all hills. It's all mountain. There's other than the defensible position. Well, that's where you can start creating the story. There are strange sorts of water inside a mountain. And it sort of starts creating this city that you can easily put in. There is one source of water from each mountain. It pools, it gathers, and it creates a natural pond at the bottom of this where the city was made. With water coming from the mountain, it's very Chinese in its image. Works well with the original idea of Kung Fu Panda, the valley. So yeah. But I always try for the whole thing to make sense. Because the eye sees when something doesn't make sense. You can create a map and put a whole lot of things inside of it. And it's going to be good. You're going to be able to have your adventure, write your book, see yourself living in there. But your eyes are always going to look at this and see, well, you know, if I look at the world map and I look at my map, I feel like the world map is better made than mine. That's because your brain sees those little inconsistencies. So I try to remove as many of them as I can. Realism mixed with fantasy. And that road is bothering me. I don't like it. It's frustrating me. Alright. So let's start by making the road network of this upper kingdom, upper region, and see how that goes. And we can try and make sense of what would naturally create. Alright, so because sometimes a problem is better solved by future you. Although future you is not going to like past you. Because the answer is going to be obvious for future you. Oh, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Why didn't you do it? But past you did not have all the answer. Oh, it started sputtering again. Okay, that's good. In my creative mind, I will make a path from the capital to the mountain, where your path stops. Okay, yeah. And make up a story where the player don't have time. So they have to take a shortcut between the woods, and maybe I have a fight there. Yeah, no, the map itself I try to make to put some realism inside. Doesn't mean that the player would follow it. A lot of players will just look at this and, oh, it's easier to go there, you know, it's just a small swamp. We're in, I don't know, we're, go on. It's way too big. We're here, and we want to go here, so why do all of this? Let's go here. We're going to go through the swamp and to the forest. That's going to be easy. And you can make them regret taking that decision, because in the swamp there's going to be monsters, in the forest they're going to... But now when I'm making the path, I'm mostly thinking about everyone else living in the world. Because players are an exception. I'm mostly thinking about people living in the world. What makes sense? People don't like going uphill. They prefer going around a mountain. They prefer flat terrain because it's not fun walking uphill, because they have a horse carrying a cart and it's gonna tire the horse. So that's where the roads will be. Players do whatever they want. Sometimes they do it because they don't like you. I don't mind so much. Depends on why I'm walking. I did the St. James pilgrimage, Compostelle. Walk for 3 months, between 8 to 10 hours a day. Oh no, I should stop here. Damn it. I didn't mind so much. No, I need the edit point. It's just the last one that I don't need. Alright, here you go. Didn't mind so much. It was nice. But walking for shopping? Ugh. That I don't enjoy. Oh yeah, don't worry, the paths are going to connect. It's just that it's going to start from here. Because people want to sleep with comfort. Depends on what I wanted to say. They want to be comfortable when they sleep at night. So they want to sleep in a town or in a village. People don't like sleeping outside. Camping is fun. Sleeping outside because you have too long to walk, not so much. Today our world is pretty safe, but back then, especially in Dungeons and Dragons, can you imagine sleeping outside? You always have to leave someone on watch, because, you know, monster could appear. Night is dangerous. Thieves, brigands, other bully adventurers walking down the path could simply attack you. So people would prefer sleeping in towns. In life also, usually people prefer sleeping in towns. We have waterproof tents. They did not. Well, they could do fairly well, but not as much as ours. So it's always preferable to be warm at night, dry at night. It really depends. My campaign, it would probably be hard because I've really integrated the players inside of the campaign, and you'd be missing a lot of vital information to really be part of the whole thing. But that's just because this campaign is made like this. Other campaigns, if a campaign is more made with a series of small adventures, in those campaigns, yes, that's easy to add someone because it's more episodic. Usually, if you would. Season 2. Yeah, the next campaign will probably be more episodic. Um, but in my campaign, we'll have to see how many players come back. Because I know that on stream, I have a maximum of 6 players. Everything starts slowing down, especially in fights. With 5 players, and at 6 players, fights are ridiculously long. That's my personal ability to manage a group. If I'm around a table, I can add one more player before it starts bogging down like this. So we'll see if I'm missing players. You're the second person to ask me, so if I'm missing players for the second campaign, yeah, sure, I'll look into those who wrote me about this. But if it's going to be live campaign, one thing that a lot of people neglect, because I've had people ask me, "Oh, do you think I could join?" Yes, but I am legally obligated to ask one question at the very least. Are you at least 18 years old? Because if you're not, I have to ask your parents for permission for you to be there. I don't need to know your exact age, just that you're above 18. All right. Well, that works. Although I'm going to have to look into how many. There might actually be another. Yeah. It's one of the first thing that was underlined for me when I started doing this because of the nature of improvised play. Because someone around the table might start to swear, or because we might tackle more mature themes, like I don't know, you enter to a village and the village is being severely well, it doesn't need to be freaky things, but like I was starting to say, you go into a village and the village itself is under the oppressive thumb of thieves, and just because of that, you enter the village, the town square, and you see a couple holding a stand being bullied for protection money. And that's how I want to get the players to react. Unfortunately, it's theme that, legally speaking, I need permission from someone who can decide for themselves in order to do this without any chance of being sued. And I don't necessarily mean sued by you. I could be sued by someone who feels like I exposed someone too young for this. That's why I have to ask. Because personally, freaky things, and a lot of people think sexual theme things. I personally don't think a lot about this, so it's not something that naturally occurs. I don't prevent my players from going there, but I don't push them there. So if my players absolutely don't want to tackle this, I'm not even gonna notice. I'm just gonna keep making the story. They can make friends, they can make enemies. With me personally, I'm not that drawn to it. And I know for some it may sound weird, but the modern explanation of this is that modern sexuality placed me in the demisexual category. That's why I don't think a lot about it. A lot of people feel the need to express themselves on this because in life they are oppressed in some way. So, because of that, I do understand the need of some to um, be in a fantasy where they're accepted. And I respect that. I honestly do. Um, where I draw the line is when you force everyone around the table to go into your trauma for this. That's going too far. A lot of people join fantasy things like Dungeons and Dragons to have a life that's closer to what they would want. So a lot of people will bring in their own little life troubles. Um, Sort of way to psychologically rebalance things. Um, and I'm not going to go against that process. The mind needs to rebalance itself in some way, somewhere. If you're a D&D club at the school I'm going to go to, well, yeah. That will definitely work. I always found it funny because um, if I want to bring someone that's underage, I have to ask permission from their parents. But if they wanted to play with other people, other underage people, they can. And teenagers can be even worse than, well, technically adult, but I refrain from using that term too easily. But yeah, teenagers can do worse than adults do in some ways, so that's always feels weird. But as one of my players put it, that's because we all agree that everyone around the table is. It's a bad idea for everyone around the table. Because of that, it's okay. I mean, I understand it. It's not an invalid way of seeing it. The concept feels kind of weird. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the things that I have. Ah, no, I didn't want to create a road. All right. Maybe increase the bumpiness of it, but no, that's good. Oh yeah, definitely. And it's a large river, so it's gonna be a long bridge. Ah, even worse. Could be a ferry. Oh. If something happens, there's a waterfall that's just a little ways off. Oh. For some reason, the ferry loses control of the ferry and oh no, it's waterfall. And it's a valley on the plateau. Yeah, unfortunately at this scale, I'm not gonna be able to put bridge, but yeah, definitely. Everywhere the road goes above a river, you can absolutely put bridges or ferries or yeah. Easy way to scare everyone. Easy way to scare everyone. All right, so that's the upper administrative region. All right, all right. So let's do the other one here. We're gonna connect the regions together at the end. So here we have this one region, sort of a small kingdom. Yeah. All right. So the second one here, part of that one here, all of those villages here, the capital is here, and that's going to belong to them. So, capitals. There are 3 capitals. The one with stars. There's one here. I like the area because it feels a bit like a valley, and right next to mountain where river appears, so they have their source of water. So that's kind of nice. Very cinematic place to begin for players. Second, the second one here, this mountain, that's going to be for those villages here, villages in town, and those here. And this is going to be their exit outside. So I'm going to link them all together. And the third one is here, natural mountain, sort of creating a very wide but still a chokehold technically, because that's marsh there, so it's very small area when you can pass. That makes for a natural barrier, and historically speaking, that's how people would define regions. It was easy. Oh, your king, your lordship goes to from this mountain to this one here, or follows that river, or follows the edge of the mountain. So we have another one here, and this one is going to have roads connecting to all of them. And at the end, once all of those regions are going to be made, we're going to see how they connect between each other. Because right now, I'm thinking that this towns needs to be central. That's how towns are made. That's okay. Yeah, and thanks for stopping by. Talking about the path just made me realize something about the path right in the middle of the screen, so you helped. Thanks. Have a good night, and see you next time. Alright, so what would make sense would be for that road. That's not what I wanted. Just the tip. No, stop it. Alright, like this. We connect this here. Like this. Another point. Goes near the mountains. That makes more sense. And it opens the region for a road to go into here. Nice. Ooh, starting to be warm. Well, I'm gonna pour something a little bit fresher. There we are. Alright. Well, how many dots are there in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 dots to reach it. That's a long walk. Alright, we'll figure this out later. Alright, path in the mountains. Intriguing, intriguing. Alright, so... Sorry. That's... Okay. They're a bit isolated. I'll admit that much. Okay. Well, there is natural... There just seems to be a natural flow for... Yeah, okay. Okay. Like this. Alright. Goes through here. And through here. Naturally connect. Well, that's difficult. Okay. Yep, honestly, that's hard. But we want to have something over there. So yeah. Hold on. Let's take some notes. No. Okay. Alright, so my dilemma is that there's a perfect place here to put a path. Hold on. Well, I'm just going to put the path because it's a perfect place to put a path. So, path goes here, like this. And here. Goes through the hills and to the capital city. Very scenic route. Very pretty. Mountain on one side, forest on the other side, you know. But everything else is on the other side. And that's what bugs me. I think there's gonna need to be a town here. We're gonna put it near the mountain. Okay, that's fairly simple to solve. Probably got a source of water from the cloud there. It's just that it's not a big one. That works. That works better. Roads, roads, roads. Alright. So the road is going to come out from here. And like that. That feels natural. Like this. Maybe, okay. No, Alright. Save. It's always important. Okay. Oh, nice. Like this. Goes out through the hills. Like this. Maybe not exactly. Where's my cursor? Here it is. Like this, maybe. Oh, just putting a... Works perfectly. Alright. Right. Okay, so that works. And then we can connect this. Sorry. Nice. An actual crossroad. Oh, that's always nice. We're just gonna have... Okay. Come on, this one here. I want to control... Oh, well, maybe it does work. Does make for a bit of a weirder connection here. We're going to have to adjust that later on. Alright. Nice crossroad. So many things can happen at crossroads. And even worse, if you arrive there from the south, you got tall grass in front of you. Oh, yeah. We're gonna make it feel like you're avoiding the tall grass, but you're actually not. Yeah. See it? You see this? Tall grass, it's no fun. You don't see what's happening. Decide to take one of the 3 roads which doesn't take you into tall grass. One of them, you actually end up going through them. Not for too long, but still. Alright. We got something here. It's probably gonna adjust that here. So there's a ferry here. No, because it's a swamp there. But you can probably take a rowboat. Okay. Let's finish this area. Okay. Once again, starts going here. It's gonna go here and here. And then it's gonna go here and here and here. A little safe road going through the swamp. Narrow path. Really annoying narrow path. Depending on when you are during the year, might even be flooded. And then the little villages there. So go here, this bridge here. Oh, very, very, very narrow path. Then goes right here. This, like this. That's annoying. No, that's too much. I just wanted to... Alright, so maybe I don't need it to be this wobbly. Ooh. Oh, that actually could work pretty well. Just have to adjust the curve here. And just slightly like this, and bam. We got a path here. Right. We got a path here. No. Having one is not a good idea. Alright. Symbol. Just gotta clean up this area just a little bit. Like that. Okay. Just gonna move it out of the way. Like this. Right. Alright, so we got this one. Now, forgot to do this one. This one is easy. A little bit more wobbly than this. Ooh. Okay. Like this and like this. Alright, that works. And it leaves here. Go to the bridges. And goes here. Ah, come on, no. I just want to flatten this a little. What happens if I remove it? Actually, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, if I do this, it actually kind of works, I think. Alright. Maybe like this, and add one here. Like this. Okay. If I remove this one, just a little bit closer to the river. Oh yeah, like this. Ah, come on. Like this. Yeah, okay. I think that works. The other side. Well, once again, this is a fairly straightforward one. Okay, like this. And then you link those here and like this. Okay, this one goes up, 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 Through the mountain. No, not through the mountain. This here. Here. Ah, come on. No, I think there's a command point that got added. Yeah, like this. All right. Right. Sorry. No, that's not what I wanted. That was a right click. Why didn't... Oh, maybe that's because I'm getting tired. I'm starting to feel the weight. No. When the road is long enough, you don't need to. Too bad you can't just cut it. Well, you can sort of cut it. No. Ah, come on. How did he put it in the movie? You're pissing me off. Okay. Just tighter around the mountain. Go. Go. Okay, like this. Just gonna adjust the path here. Alright, sorry, got distracted. I think that's gonna work. Right. Alright. Let's take a note of, and I think we have all of the islands. Yeah, we have all of the islands. Alright, so last little region. Last little region. Alright. Probably not going to push it too much. I'm starting to feel slightly feverish. So let's not make this into falling sick. Alright, so it's gonna go through here and here. Here it's gonna go two separate ways. Can also go this way. And okay, let's finish the upper part. So it's gonna go through here, near the mountains. Yeah, okay. And we finish like this. I'm gonna readjust the path. Mainly here, I think. Oi. That's really wobbly. That's not what I want. Can I just remove this one here? And just make it go tighter around the mountain. Oh yeah, I can do that. It's relatively easy change to make. Like this, yeah. Alright, that works here. Oh wow. Okay. Well, obviously, where's my cursor? I lost my cursor. Here. Okay, here it is. Okay. Like this, and like this. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna be harsh. Ooh. Sorry. You know what I think we need? You got it. A crossroad again. We put this one here. And this one goes here. Crossroad. Okay, the next path I think should thread between the hills and the tall grass. We got a road going here. That's obvious. Goes here, goes through this forest, and then goes down here, or goes here. Those two definitely go here. Now, no, not like this, not like this. Save. I think as soon as you split there, and it connects here. So that's a bit of a wonky one. Here? Why not? Makes for a decent one. Maybe not so close. Maybe completely not close. Oh, and on top of that, it fits nearly perfectly. Just gonna move this one here enough so that we can actually see it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, now we got the general paths. So here we got something that I don't like. I think that's a better choice. I just don't like the way that... No, come on. Here. All right. Let's do this again. Properly this time. Okay. Okay. Much better, much better. Bit of a wonky part here, but I can live with that. Much better. All right. Goes here, goes here. Right, right. So we need a path that goes here and then here. I think that's the only way. Here. Okay. And one that goes like this. Okay, so now kingdoms are connected here. And the lower part. Only one road connects. Like this. Oh, come on. Alright, like this, like this. I think that works. I think that works. Yeah, okay. I think we are good. Oh, much better. Like this. Yeah, that works. All right, I think we got all of our path. Intriguing, interesting. Very interesting. Why not? Sorry, I'm starting to have long moments of silence. I'm observing my map, so let you know what I'm thinking about. Thinking about putting a suggested path through the marsh here by just doing this. Oops, a bit more. Do this. Yeah, I'm going to. No, the last one I don't need. Make this, and then you take one that leaves and rejoin the road here. So you sort of have an implied road, but it goes through a marsh. So it would be a deep marsh. Actually, I want to put a road here. You know? It's not so bad. Oh, yeah. You put another one here. Now you technically have a crossroad inside of a marsh. Oh, there's so many things you can do there. There are so many things you can do with this. You can put a lost village. You can... Yeah. Ouch. Oh. All right. I think we got it all. We might make a small revision for what is a town and what is a village. but I think we got the whole thing. Which means next episode is the closing episode of that valley. We're gonna revise what is a town, what is a village, and we're gonna be making the legend. And maybe a bit of path revision. We'll see. Oh, definitely. Paths needs to lead out also. So. Right then. Here we are. I'm just thinking there's a very nice place. Ouch. Where we can put I think it's that a ruin here. Alright, so there's a ruin here. We can add a path here, and I think we could add a path here, path leading out. I got a small wound on my finger. Gonna have to take care of that. But anyway, it's about time we finish for tonight. So let's save. Let's export the image. And we're gonna call it map for episode 7, I think. Looks like we're gonna finish on episode 8. Better than episode 25, honestly. Alright. Well, that's it. For tonight, I mean. Alright. And that is it for tonight. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining in the chat. It was nice tonight. Hope you had a pleasant whatever part of the day it is, wherever you are in the world. Hope it was relaxing if you needed to relax. Hope it was educational if you were looking to learn about map making or about my life. And a little bit of talk at the beginning of the stream about that. That's about it. Sorry. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm trying to think of something else to say, but nothing's coming to mind. So, remember, if you want to support, very much appreciated. No matter what you do, you got several options. Can follow us, leave a like, leave a comment. We got Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Well, technically Twitter is now X. And it's catching on. So weird. All right. You can also, if you want to do more, you can also support the channel with a little bit of money. You can make a donation. The information is below the window. You can become a Patreon. We have a Patreon. There's a link below the window. And you can subscribe on Twitch. If you're watching this on Twitch, the information is below the window, but that's directly, you just have to click a button. But if you're watching this on YouTube or Patreon, the link to Twitch is below the window. But if you want to support, but can't do any of those, either because you don't have the money or because you don't like leaving that big of a trail on the internet, there's one very free thing, mostly effortless, that you can do that helps tremendously, and that is spreading the word of the channel. So with that, hope to see you. Come on. Hope to see you next week for either next episode of map making or next live D&D campaign episode. That's on Wednesdays, or the rebroadcast, which I'm still there. I just am not always there because of the broadcast time. It's usually the same time that I eat my dinner, so I usually do this while eating dinner. So I'm not always looking at the screen. So if you say something, if you say hi, and I don't immediately answer, it takes me 10 minutes, 20 minutes, anything like this. That's probably a reason. Could also be on the bathroom. I don't do this when I'm streaming because it would kind of be awkward, honestly. Taking the camera to the bathroom, just putting it there, dropping my pants. I think I'd get rated R for that, or be banned. So yeah, Wednesday, Thursdays, or Friday for the Wednesday rebroadcast. And that's the schedule for now. So, like I was saying, thank you for being here. See you next week. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.